Hey, Kyle, just kind of take us through the play and how big of a spark, how good did that feel, and what was that run like for you to get it into the end zone?
Just cover two dropping as the middle player. Got to my drop, saw my threat was eliminated, so I was able to get my eyes back to the quarterback and get around to the backside vertical. So, and then once I got the hands on the ball, and I know I needed to score. It would help the team greatly. So that was the goal.
God, I think you just heard Bill talk about Devin. There's been a lot of guys that have kind of passed down tradition and leadership from one to the next. Is he somebody you've looked up to and somebody you kind of feel like you want to take the baton from as far as being a leader in that secondary?
100%. He's been huge. Just somebody for me to look up to, talk to, learn from. It's been a huge blessing for me to have him in that room with me, and I'm super thankful for it. But to answer your question, yeah, I definitely look to take that, learn from what he's done, see how he's led for so long, and continue to try to do it as well. So I'm definitely lucky to have him in there.
Kyle, what did you see on the interception return? It seemed like there was a low probability of you making it to the end zone, but obviously you were able to do it. What did you see?
High entry, as the coach would call it, high entry from a couple of O-linemen, and really just saw a little gap at the very end. I think it was the quarterback, trying to in the way kind of. So I saw a high entry from the O-lineman and a small gap, and I know I had to get into it to get in the end zone.
Kyle, obviously it's been a tough couple of weeks for you guys, but what does it say about the resiliency of this group to do what you guys did today with your backs really against the wall?
To me, it's not a surprise. It's kind of just really something that I've always known that the team and the defense has had. I've seen it every day, and I know they're going to fight. I know they're going to continue to fight, and whatever the situation is, whatever the adversity is, I know, they're going to keep it pushing once it hits. So, it's no surprise to me, but it says a lot, I guess, about the resiliency. Yeah.
Kyle, on that play, when you got the call and also saw the formation that the Dolphins were in, I mean, how much of an idea did you have that you were going to have the ability to make a play? And plus, you were coming from like the line of scrimmage, dropping 15 yards down the field.
I don't really remember. I know the stick situation had a lot to do. We knew that there's probably gonna be some vertical route concepts downfield. So that had a lot to do with it. As far as making the play myself, you never really know when it's gonna be your time to do that. But I was in the right place at the right time. So.
Kyle, 3 touchdowns this year to your right. 3 touchdowns. You have enough room in your house for all these touchdown balls you're scoring?
Yeah, they don't come back to my house. I don't keep that kind of stuff. I'm making sure I'm trying to focus on getting the next one, the next thing I could do to help the team out, honestly. So,
I think it's like 7 defensive touchdowns, 4 in a row. Do you guys go into a game expecting to score a touchdown now?
No, we don't go expecting, but we know we need to score. We know it's a point of emphasis for us to help the team. So, we don't go in thinking we need to, I think you said thinking I need to score. Yeah, we don't think we're going to score, but we know it'll greatly help the team. So, yeah.
I was just maybe ask you to look at it from your offensive teammates' perspective to see them come through with that go-ahead drive. I know you're busy and you're doing other stuff and you got to go back on the field, but what do you feel for those guys to come through the way they did with that fourth quarter drive to take the lead?
It was huge for us, and we appreciated it. Obviously, it just helped the team out, and we didn't really expect nothing less. So it just means a lot, and it was great that they could help the team that way.
Kyle, with all that you guys have been through as a team, how much are you looking forward to the opportunity that you now have in front of you to go to Buffalo, get a win, and you're in the postseason?
We're very excited for it, the challenge ahead. We got to put a lot into the week, and we're super excited for the opportunity, and we're going to make sure we do everything we can to make it a good game.
Right here. Kyle, when you get the ball in your hands on the interceptions, that kind of bring you back to your punt return days and maybe lobbying for some punt returns until Marcus gets back?
Nah, I'm not trying to, takes, but I'm just trying to do whatever they ask me to do. But definitely, even before I was a punt returner in college, it definitely brought me back to kind of like some running back days, I guess, when I was little, things like that. So, you know.
Yeah. Hey, Kyle, right here. I remember last year coming in training camp, you talked about feeling like you're a different player than you were as a rookie. You're really hard on your rookie performance. Think about where you are now. How far do you feel like you've come, and how far do you still feel like you can go, even with all these game-changing plays you're making? Where's the future in your eyes for where you can go as a player?
I still have a ton of things to work on and get better at. As far as how far I've come, I definitely I'm a lot better now than I was then. I say that. I've learned a lot, but I definitely know I have so much to learn still. Like a ton, I mess up things still that I know I shouldn't be messing up, and things like being consistent it's still huge for me. So I got a lot to work on still.
Last question, Alan Siegel.
Kyle, 7 touchdowns by the defense doesn't happen very often in the NFL, and it's obviously not by accident. What does that say about an awareness of a defense, an instinct of a defense to be able to do that on a consistent basis during a season?
It kind of shows that the mentality is get the ball and go score. Get the ball and go score. Drive the drive, down the down. That's just the mentality of us. So I think that's really the thing that highlights the most.
Thank you very much, Kyle.
Sure.